Now on 4 News Now at 6, families told us about the large amount of trash being dumped in their neighborhood. Our crew is there as the city makes moves to clean it up and prevent this from happening again.
I'm tracking spring showers and gusty winds this evening. I'll let you know where the showers are now and whether or not they'll impact your plans in the first alert forecast.
And the prosecutor lays out a possible motive in the trial of the Idaho Doomsday mom accused of killing her 2 kids, why they say she did it, and what her attorneys had to say in her defense. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
We start with breaking news out of Shoshone County. We have received reports of an accident at the Galena mine that's near Wallace, Idaho. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The sheriff's office confirming they are on the scene and the mine's parent company will release a statement with more information. We have a crew on the way and we will bring you more information just as soon as we get it.
Also breaking tonight, the former Liberty Lake police officer is now facing felony witness tampering charges.
The charges come from an incident that took place back in August. The police department says officers responded to a fight on East Hawkstone Loop. Officers collected statements from victims and witnesses who said an assault, burglary, and other crimes had taken place. Police say Officer Michael Marroquin and his partner arrived and took over the incident, then cleared the scene without arresting anyone or writing a report.
That's when members of the police command staff became suspicious and decided to review the body camera footage. It's important to note the department's press release did not say what they found when they watched the footage. Airway Heights Police determined Officer Marroquin's actions did violate state law and referred charges to the Spokane County prosecutor. Marroquin resigned in September, shortly after the investigation started. Shopping carts, fast food packages, mounds of trash along the Spokane River are causing a major headache for people living in the West Hills neighborhood.
Neighbors in the community are asking for changes in that area. The junk is also spilling into the cemetery at Riverside Memorial Park near Peoples Park. Peter Choi explains the concerns from the community and what the city is doing about this problem moving forward.
I'm here at the Spokane River right now, where people who live in the West Hill neighborhood are facing issues like a public camping and illegal garbage dumping and ongoing crime. And neighbors say they're concerned and they want a solution for their safety. From bikes and bags left along the river to a person camping outside, this is not an unusual sight anymore for the West Hills neighborhood.
It has turned into a lawless nightmare.
Dealing with criminal activities for months, William Hagee, who is a chairman of the West Hills Neighborhood Council, says this issue needs to be stopped as soon as possible.
I notified City Council most recently concerning the amount of garbage, as well as arson fires, man-made fires, public camping, as well as, most importantly, numerous deaths in the area from violence, criminal activity, drug overdoses.
Hagee told the city about the issue and is now cleaning up.
It's been actually an ongoing challenge for quite some time, for many, many months.
The city's communication director tells me the city's homeless outreach team and code enforcement have been in the area twice since March.
Thousands of pounds of garbage have been taken out of there. As of noon today, there are about 8,000 pounds of garbage that's been taken out, and that process is still continuing, as I understand it right now.
The city tells me it's working with some of the property owned by the cemetery along the river to do additional work, including
homeless outreach team does more than just go in and clean up and move people out of camping. The first effort is to get people directed to services that can address their needs, whether those are addiction-related needs or mental health-related needs, employment, other types of needs.
The city added that they will monitor these ongoing issues and follow up with any additional cleanups. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Spokane Valley deputies need your help locating 2 teens who may be in danger. Take a look at your screen. Mayanna Lewis and Charlotte Jurassic walked away from Healing Lodge 7 Nations on Friday. They took their belongings and ran from the addiction center. Both girls are not from the Spokane area and have a history of substance abuse. Police say they may be frequenting homeless camps or shelters. If you have seen Mayanna or Charlotte, call Crime Check. Here's that number, 509-456-2233. Spring showers and thunderstorms are across the inland northwest tonight.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker's been tracking the thunderstorms. She's here to tell us how long they'll be sticking around in your first alert forecast.
Well, they are already tapering off considerably around the region. Here's a live look from our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. You can see some showers off in the distance, a little bit of virga, precipitation evaporating before it reaches the ground, and also clearing. That clearing is going to overwhelm the showers as our sun sets and we lose our daytime heating right around the Spokane area right now. We have just a few spots where we're seeing the showers. A broader view over the past couple of hours shows that we did. Oh, let's take a look at our winds first. It is still quite breezy around Spokane, Moscow, Pullman, and Sandpoint. 30-mile-per-hour gusts right now at the airport, but we've had wind gusts as high as 51 miles per hour just in the past couple of hours. Satellite and radar right now, a broader view. We did have a few lightning strikes around the region, including right in the Coeur d'Alene area. That activity appears to be tapering off. Wouldn't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder yet this evening. You may also encounter some grapple with these showers and thunderstorms, but they will be tapering off very quickly. Here's our forecast radar, and you can see by 9-10 o'clock tonight we are almost completely dry, other than a few isolated mountain snow showers and clear conditions to start the day tomorrow. The combination of clear skies and the decreasing winds will lead to a cold start to Wednesday. We'll be down in the 20s in Spokane. A mix of sun and clouds, more sun than clouds to start the day. A high tomorrow of 49, a little more than 5 degrees below average. There is a warming trend in our forecast, but it is not going to last long. I will have your 7-day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Credit card skimmers are making a comeback, and just one swipe puts you at risk. It's not just gas pumps you have to worry about. Skimmers are showing up inside local convenience stores. They're more sophisticated and harder to spot.
It is just like a cell phone case. This one here specifically, it just slides on here and pushes down under 10 seconds.
Well, this skimmer was discovered about 18 hours after it was placed, but others are collecting PIN numbers and credit card data for weeks. 4 News Now talks to a local detective about how you can outsmart the skimmer scammers and protect your money. Watch my special report tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Today, prosecutors suggested a possible motive, showed graphic photos, and described a complicated plot to cast out evil spirits in the trial of Idaho Doomsday Mom Lori Vallow. She's accused of killing 2 of her kids. Today, jurors heard testimony from the Rexburg police detective who found the bodies of the 2 children buried in the yard belonging to Lori Vallow's husband, Chad Daybell, and saw photos of the crime scene.
It's been 4 hard years. We've gone through a lot. We've seen some stuff we wish we could unsee.
Vallow and Daybell are also being charged with the death of Daybell's previous wife, Tammy Daybell. The prosecutors argued all 3 were killed because they stood in the way of the couple's relationship. The defense painting a much different picture, describing Vallow as a kind and loving mother who happened to have a particular interest in religion and prophecies involving the end of the world. Vallow and Daybell pleaded not guilty. They're being tried separately. A trial date has not yet been set for Daybell. A bill to lower the threshold for police pursuits in Washington passed the House of Representatives Tuesday this evening.
It amends the current law that allows for vehicle pursuits due to probable cause to only allowing them if police have reasonable suspicion a crime is taking place. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Bronte Siratsky joins us in studio with what this change could mean for Washington police.
Aaron, Kirsten, if this bill is signed into law, police would be able to pursue suspects because of reasonable suspicion if they believe violent or sexual offenses, domestic violence, or DUIs are taking place.
So if it's only reasonable suspicion, the pursuit may begin.
Reasonable suspicion means an officer believes criminal activity is taking place, but has no evidence yet to back that inclination up. Under this bill, police would be able to pursue suspects for reasonable suspicion, but only for violent or sexual crimes, crimes involving domestic violence, or if they believe the suspect is drinking and driving.
The bill also provides that the individual must pose a serious risk of harm to others. This is a slight adjustment from the immediate harm to others. And it is important that the pursuit be only for the purpose of identifying or apprehending the suspect.
Lawmakers against this bill say limiting when police can and can't pursue suspects impacts public safety.
Just ask them. Ask 12-year-old Amber Goldade and her best friend Kathleen Olson. I'm sorry, but you can't, because Amber Goldade is dead because police could not pursue the stolen vehicle used to run these two 12-year-old girls over.
But supporters remain confident that this bill will help tackle crime in the Evergreen State.
Madam Speaker, I may be the only person in this august body who has drafted affidavits for federal judges to get permission to make arrests or to search people based on probable cause. I can tell you that standard is too high. The proper standard is reasonable suspicion. That's the appropriate standard in this bill.
In the bill, police would also need to notify surrounding jurisdictions that they could be affected by a pursuit and come up with a plan on ending the pursuit together. The bill now heads to the Senate for final approval. Live in studio, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Bronte, thank you. Still ahead, it's the home opener for the Spokane Indians tonight. On the mound, a rookie who's no stranger to playing in the Inland Northwest. We're live at Avista Stadium with more on the player you need to keep an eye on this year.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Save your green at Jennifer's.
At Holiday, we are perfecting the air we share. Daikin's mission aligns with Holiday in advancing innovation every step of the way.
Fixed right or it's free. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric.
Your life revolves around your home, family, and backyard. It's your world. Shape your world with the Plant Farm. They'll help you select the healthiest plants, flowers, shrubs, and trees for your backyard. Enhance your patios and front entrance with the stunning Plant Farm signature hanging baskets. And shape your world indoors with the largest selection of unique specialty houseplants. Shape your world with the Plant Farm, because life is better in the garden.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
How you doing? I noticed your windows could use an update.
No, our house is only 3 years old.
Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, we're offering 40% off right now, today only. You're gonna want those new windows.
No, we're good. Hello?
How about them windows? Double or nothing. Do this. Come on.
Knock out high-pressure sales with Northwest Window and Door. Let our friendly, knowledgeable sales team help you today.
It's spring decking season, which means it's time to get the best selection and pricing before summer from the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
Get it done now before the sun comes out.
Windsor Plywood.
Tomorrow on GMA, Abbott Elementary's Lisa Ann Walter live. Plus, the one and only Denzel Washington. An exclusive Celine Dion announcement. What will it be? And a don't miss Deals and Steals this week on GMA.
The most important thing that I want to carry on, my dad has a strong belief in, it sounds so simple, but taking care of the customer. And so to stay humble and realize that we are lucky to have them, I think that's an important trait to have.
Hey, you're looking at Avista Stadium. That's a live look where the Spokane Indians are hosting their season opener tonight. The team is taking on the Eugene Emeralds. First pitch scheduled for 6:35. The Indians opening series was postponed over the weekend because of rain in Vancouver.
Tonight is the first of a 6-game homestand for the Indians, and sports director Julian Minenzone joins us live at Avista Stadium. And you have some big storylines for all of us to keep an eye on for the Indians this season, Julian.
Aaron, Kirsten, that's right. I'm right here in front of the giant lineup card here at Avista Stadium. These are the starters for tonight's game. All eyes, though, are going to be at the bottom name, Gabe Hughes. He's the right-handed starting pitcher for the Indians tonight. He was Gonzaga's star pitcher last season. He was the 10th pick in last year's MLB draft, and he is starting on the mound for the Indians tonight, starting his pro career where his college career started, right here in Spokane. And also the Indians' top 4 guys in their lineup are 4 of the top 11 prospects in the Colorado Rockies organization. A lot of talent on this team. The front office tells me it could be one of their most talented teams in recent memory. They're all going to be in action tonight for the first time this season here against the Eugene Emeralds. Like you mentioned, first pitch 6:35 here at Avista Stadium. And we'll have more coverage coming up in our sportscast in the next half hour or so. But for now, live at Avista Stadium, Julian Minnesota, 4 News Now Sports.
Julian, thank you. New at 6, the Keller Ferry will be out of service tomorrow morning as crews work to relocate the North Shore landing dock because of low water levels. The WashDOT says anyone who uses the ferry should find alternative routes. The ferry will reopen tomorrow afternoon.
High temperature today, 50 degrees in Spokane. 55 is our average high. It was a fairly warm morning, 40 degrees. That is not going to be the case tomorrow. Meanwhile, here's a look at highs across the region. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Speed and Custom Show this weekend.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
April Showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Shop over 100 custom wheels or crank up the sound with a new amp and subs. And this week, window tints are $50 off at Snow's Auto.
Built for times like these. Clear thinking, expertise, and smart solutions have sustained us for more than 120 years. Washington Trust Bank has the strength and wisdom needed for times like these. We prepare for the unexpected, and we're just a phone call away. To find a personal banker or learn more about Washington Trust, visit watrust.com/financial partner. Washington Trust Bank, member FDIC.
Been to the Sweet Palace before? Then it's time to come back and look for your favorite. The Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg. It's the world's greatest candy store. Come see us.
Thank you for the 61 years in our beautiful Northwest communities. At Perfection Tire, we pride ourselves on providing our customers with quality tires at great prices. Not to mention, keeping your family safe on the road, no matter the conditions.
And to celebrate, we have our anniversary Cooper rebate sale going on now. And with our rough winter roads, while you're here, let our certified techs check your suspension and wheel alignment.
Nobody beats perfection.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
And rock and roll legends, the Foo Fighters, are coming to the Spokane Arena. Joining them will be the Breeders. Tickets go on sale this Friday. If you want to know more about pre-sale, look for this story on KXLY.com.
Oh man, how can I possibly follow Dave Grohl? Can we just keep it going? Well, I do have some cool weather to show you, though. We have Berga here on our Skycam looking west of the station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. That's where the Foo Fighters are going to be in August. Meanwhile, in Coeur d'Alene, dry roads on the interstate, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures right now are in the 40s. Here's a look at our radar right now. I'm got my fingers crossed that we're going to stay dry out at the Indians game. We do have a few showers around the region. I think the bigger concern for Indians fans is going to be the temperature. Temperatures are going to be dropping very rapidly as the sun sets. We lose our daytime heating. We're headed down to a morning low of 29 in Spokane. Winds will be dying down, but not in time for the first pitch. 49 tomorrow with partly sunny skies, much calmer. Southwest winds at 5 to 10. That temperature is more than 5 degrees below average. Upper level trough is bringing in the cold air, unsettled air as well. Things will be unstable enough tomorrow to support some mountain showers. Here's our current scenario. As this area of low pressure dives to the south, we are going to be left with enough instability to see those showers popping up in the afternoon and evening. Wouldn't rule out an isolated shower around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but the odds are much greater that they'll be found in the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho tomorrow late afternoon and evening. This is the spring in the inland Northwest, and so every time we get into that late afternoon and evening time period, there's the possibility for a passing shower. Meanwhile, our winds will die down considerably as we get into tomorrow. Currently, winds are quite gusty around the region. As we get into the overnight, it's going to remain breezy at first, and then by tomorrow morning, generally 10 miles per hour or less, with just a couple of exceptions around the region. Taking a look at lows tonight, we'll be down below freezing, down in the 20s in many locations, including Colville, Sandpoint, Spokane, 31 in Pullman, 36 in Lewiston. High temperatures tomorrow running below average, lots of 40s on the map. Without the wind, it won't feel quite as crisp as it did today. That's the one good thing. An even better thing is that we have a warming trend in the forecast. Now, I don't have a chance of showers Wednesday through Saturday in the forecast, but that might change a little bit. As I mentioned, in the spring, we have such a active weather pattern and things get unsettled in the afternoon that we may add a chance of showers going forward. But the overall trend is for dry weather through Saturday. 65 on Sunday, and then the next system comes in late in the day. Very similar timing to last week's late day Easter situation. Cooler weather ahead Monday and Tuesday, and that looks to be the trend with below average temperatures going into the middle of next week. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Strep cases are on the rise, but the antibiotic to treat them is in low supply. The alternatives that are available if your child gets sick, coming up on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call today and receive their spring special for $500 off. Everhart Painting, your exterior repaint specialist.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $3,750 total value on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
What's inside Huckleberries? Gluten-free,
eco-friendly,
free-range,
plant-based, sugar-free,
hormone-free,
high-protein, dairy-free,
locally sourced,
nitrate-free, non-GMO,
grain-free,
low-carb,
carbon neutral,
and many more.
A carefully curated natural market for the health-minded, diet-conscious, earth-friendly, and everyone in between. Look for the Huckleberries Purple at your local neighborhood Rosars.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Call Russell & Hill, attorneys at law.
Where real people
with real injuries
get real results.
24/7, nights and weekends.
Free consultations.
And there's never a fee unless we win.
Choose 2.
Choose Russell & Hill.
The wait is over, and on Thursday, April 13th, mixed martial arts action returns when Coeur d'Alene Casino presents King of the Cage. Don't miss the high adrenaline, high-octane action live, and 3 boxing matches in the cage, presented by House of Fury. Don't miss the return of Tyler Syjon, Cameron Robinet, Melvin Bassar, and much more. Visit ticketswest.com. And the night before, it's the official pre-fight party with a meet and greet of Thomas Hearns, 7-time world boxing champion, from 7 to 8:30 p.m.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhard Painting floor coating specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhard Painting today and receive their spring special for $500 off. Everhard Painting, your painter for life.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
That is just incredible. Investigators in Mexico say this building collapse was caused by a landslide. And amazingly, no one was hurt. Officials also say another building in the area collapsed last week.
Well, new at 6 o'clock, you have exactly 7 days to file your taxes.
And if you haven't started the process, ABC's Alexis Christoforous has tips on how to get started and what's changed this year.
'Tis the season for tax filing, and this year you have a few extra days to submit.
It's usually April 15th, but because of a weekend and because of a holiday, Emancipation Day in D.C., it got pushed back to April 18th.
As you get ready to do your taxes, gather your income documents such as W-2s and 1099s, as well as your bank statements if you earned interest on your bank accounts.
Basically, anything that you get that says important tax document enclosed in the mail, you want to make sure you gather that up.
And make sure you have personal identifying information for you and your dependents, like Social Security numbers and driver's licenses. If you're hiring a tax professional, check the Better Business Bureau for any complaints and verify their preparer tax identification number in the directory on irs.gov. This year, the biggest change you'll notice is that the pandemic-era tax breaks have expired.
So that means no more stimulus payments. The child tax credit, which was expanded last year, is now back to its normal level. There also used to be an expanded child and dependent care credit. That's no more. Charity deductions, you now have to itemize to claim those.
As a result, your tax refund may be lower this year.
Most people get a refund when they file, and those people are going to be experiencing a little bit lighter refund check this year. Right now, they're running an average of about 11% less than they were the year before.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
A lot of tax scams start popping up during peak filing season, but according to the IRS, they can happen any time of the year. Here are the first 6 of the IRS's Dirty Dozen list. You might recognize scam tactics like phishing and giving to fake charities. There are also scams this year involving shady tax preparers or promoters aggressively enticing people to fill out info to qualify for a specific type of tax credit they may not normally qualify for. The goal of these fraudsters is to steal your money, your personal information, your data, and a lot more.
The EPA has proposed new rules it says will greatly reduce the use of a cancer-causing chemical used to sterilize medical devices. Ethylene oxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can increase the risk of cancer, even when just trace amounts of it are in the air. The EPA's newly proposed rules would help reduce the gas released at commercial sterilization facilities in the U.S. by 80% and require real-time air monitoring inside healthcare facilities that use the gas to protect employees. We have much more coming up tonight at 6:30.
Including new details about the shooter who killed 5 people inside of a Louisville bank. Plus,
these portraits here at Washington State University's nursing building tell an alarming story. Coming up, I'll break down what organizers want the community to take away.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
If you've been looking for a new vehicle in the current market, you may be hearing things like extra charges, added accessories, or second sticker.
Not at Coeur d'Alene Honda. We make it easy.
We'll keep you posted till your new Honda arrives, give you a fair value for your trade, and give you a lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Well, that was easy. Come meet the team and purchase your next vehicle at Coeur d'Alene Honda.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Call today for our available inventory and check out our website at cdahonda.com.
With prices of natural gas and propane skyrocketing, your heating bill is getting out of control. But before you turn down the heat, give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. They have the latest in dual fuel technology to keep your family comfortable and utility bills low. And there's never been a better time to upgrade because now every furnace purchase comes with a free AC or heat pump. So call Bill's Heating today to get your free heat pump while supplies last.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just one day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Winning the $56,000 Fred's appliance upgrade at Northern Quest could change a lot about your kitchen. But eating your feelings in front of the fridge at 2 a.m.? Oof, that's still on you. Don't miss the $56,000 appliance upgrade at Northern Quest every Thursday in April. Get one free entry daily with your Camus Rewards card and play for even more. Details at northernquest.com.
Look at this baseball field and this one. How about this one? Which one is next for a 4 News Now Extreme Team Diamonds and Dreams makeover? How about yours? Go to KXLY.com and tell us why your field deserves a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
April showers brings mud, and that means it's time to go off-road. And everything you need is waiting at Snow's Auto. Shop over 100 custom wheels or crank up the sound with a new amp and subs. And this week, window tints are $50 off at Snow's Auto.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Investigators say the man who opened fire at a Louisville, Kentucky bank bought the gun legally last week.
The victims' families were also shown body camera footage as police confronted the shooter. CNN's Laura Aguirre has what officials are saying about the attack.
As Louisville police laid out the facts of Monday's deadly bank shooting,
he purchased the weapon used on April the 4th legally from one of the local dealerships here in Louisville.
Officials were clear on the broader public safety threat of gun violence.
We know he texted or called at least one person to let them know he was suicidal and contemplating harm. But we don't have the tools on the books to deal with someone who is an imminent danger to themselves or to others.
Some leaders who spoke Tuesday had close ties to one of those killed or injured.
I knew Tommy well. His wife even worked with my wife for a time at a company here in town.
Yesterday, I've lost a very close friend in another workplace shooting.
Officer Nicholas Wilt just graduated from the police academy on March 31st. I just swore him in.
Officer Wilt remains in critical condition at the University of Louisville Hospital.
For 15 years, I've cared for victims of violence and gunshot wounds. And people say I'm tired, but I'll be answered. It's more than tired. I'm weary. When you hear someone screaming, "Mommy," or "Daddy," it just becomes too hard day in and day out.
We need policies in place that will keep this from happening again, so that thoughts and prayers do not have to be offered to yet another community ripped apart by the savage violence coming from guns.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Of the 8 people who were injured, 4 of them have been discharged. The city will be hosting a vigil tomorrow night.
Here's a live look over downtown Spokane. A moody sky, a little bit of sunshine, some dark clouds in the distance, and those clouds get even darker as you look to the southwest. Take a look at this image. Looking west over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, it went from almost clear to very dark just in the last 15 minutes. Let's take a look at our radar now and see what it is that is making the sky so dark. Some showers, heavier showers extending from 4 Lakes down through Cheney, and those are moving very slowly to the north and east and maybe impacting some of the western portions of the Spokane area, including the Airway Heights area, perhaps the airport as well. Here's a broader view on our satellite and radar at that wet weather working its way north and east across the region. Now, as it does, we're also seeing a lot of the showers tapering off. We're getting closer to sunset. It's about an hour away, and as we do, we lose a lot of the energy in the atmosphere, and some of these showers will be coming to an end. That said, if you're heading out for a dog walk, don't be surprised if you have a brief downpour. Now, tomorrow we are drying out, but it is going to be a cool day, starting off in the 20s, heading up to a high of 29 degrees. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. New at 6:30. Here's a live look at the new stadium construction in downtown Spokane. It could soon be called Northern Quest Field or Kalispell Field, depending on a vote from the school board. Those are just a few of the names being proposed. Others include the North Bank Stadium, presented by the Kalispell Tribe. At a meeting tomorrow night, the school board can approve a proposed name or suggest others for consideration. The board will also consider how to recognize Joe Albee in the new stadium. Albee was a civic leader in Spokane, and the previous stadium was named in his honor. SPS has already included as part of the design an area called Joe Albee Plaza, recognizing his legacy. The plaza will lead to an entry at the front of the stadium where a plaque and statue previously found in the former stadium is going to be displayed.
A bill that would allow paid family and medical leave for Uber and Lyft drivers is now heading to Governor Inslee's desk to become law. If signed, drivers will fall under the same paid and family leave program other workers get in Washington, with companies like Uber and Lyft covering the drivers' premiums. According to the drivers' union, there are more than 30,000 Uber and Lyft drivers across the state of Washington.
Also new tonight, the increased rainfall is causing some issues on roads in parts of northern Washington. Look at this. This photo was taken along Highway 21 just south of Republic. There have also been reports of a landslide just north of Lake Roosevelt. WashDOT also says there have been reports of downed trees blocking Highway 25 between Kettle Falls and Northport. While all the roads remain open, WashDOT encourages you to find a different route because of rapidly changing conditions.
Strep is a severe and sometimes life-threatening infection caused by bacteria, and the antibiotic commonly used to treat it is in short supply.
Group A strep is not just, a sore throat. It can lead to many complications.
The current shortage is limited to the liquid form of amoxicillin, which is easier for kids to take than pills. But the American Academy of Pediatrics says there are other options.
You could use the chewable tablets. You could use, the tablet form, which can be crushed and mixed in various, palatable foods like applesauce, etc. And then you could also use capsules.
There are alternative therapies too, like penicillin. Talk to your doctor about the right option for you and your kids. The CDC says getting the flu or chickenpox can raise your risk for getting invasive group A strep. So the agency says to make sure vaccines that can protect against those illnesses are up to date.
Well, bans on abortion in the United States appear to have led to fewer legal procedures being performed. In the 6 months since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, there were about 32,000 fewer reported abortions than expected, a drop of about 6%. Although in the states where the procedure remains legal, the number of abortions increased slightly. Abortions performed outside the legal healthcare system were not included in the analysis. Several Democratic governors are now working to stockpile abortion drugs as legal disputes surrounding the abortion pill mifepristone escalate. Washington's Governor Jay Inslee bought a 3-year supply of the drug. Now governors from Massachusetts, California, and New York are following suit, announcing their states will also be stockpiling abortion or abortion-aiding drugs. New data analyzed by 538 shows that more than 66,000 people have been unable to get an abortion in their home state since Roe was overturned.
Sad to have to tell patients that, unfortunately, what was the standard of care yesterday might not be available to you today.
24 attorneys general have asked the Fifth Circuit to freeze the judge's ruling out of Texas, saying that decision can endanger lives and infringe upon states' authority to protect access to abortion.
Well, the Learning Project Network says Black women are 2 or 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications compared to white women.
Black Maternal Health Week kicked off today, and advocates are raising awareness with hopes they can change the alarming statistics. Our Vanessa Perez explains why more pregnant women are at such a higher risk for complications.
Each of these portraits tell the stories of Black women and the gap in maternal health care. Organizers want to educate the community about these issues and empower change.
Motherhood in all of its glory hangs from the walls.
I think people need to know what it looks like in every single way so that people don't think that there's this cut dry, oh, Black women are strong and may not need support because of what society might say or what they've grown to understand through societal norms.
Kamisha Williams was induced at 37 weeks. Her daughter ended up in the NICU. She says there was a lack of communication from hospital staff.
And so it was pretty traumatic to the point where I'd kind of forgotten a lot of my birthing journey because of how intense it was and just like that fear that lived there. And so I actually was able to speak about it for the first time publicly.
It's a week long of events spanning from art, film, and discussion. A space for Black women to tell their stories.
We sometimes think that Spokane is like a unicorn and these things are not happening, but they are happening and they're happening in different ways. And those voices are being silenced and suppressed, and really storytelling is a form of healing.
49 images organizers hope people can listen, see, and feel.
We know that Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die due to pregnancy-related issues than white women, and 60% of it is preventable. And so we're really asking the questions, what is preventable? What can we do? What are we missing? What conversations are we missing? And how do we implement those?
According to the CDC, Black women aren't monitored as closely as white women. It may point to racism. Organizers are hoping the community will push for change around Black maternal care. Reporting in Spokane, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
The Spokane Indians season opener is underway. We have a live update from Avista Stadium that's coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Built for times like these. Clear thinking, expertise, and smart solutions have sustained us for more than 120 years. Washington Trust Bank has the strength and wisdom needed for times like these. We prepare for the unexpected, and we're just a phone call away. To find a personal banker or learn more about Washington Trust, visit watrust.com/financial partner. Washington Trust Bank, member FDIC.
What's inside huckleberries? Gluten-free,
eco-friendly,
free-range,
plant-based, sugar-free,
hormone-free,
high-protein, dairy-free,
locally sourced,
nitrate-free, non-GMO,
grain-free,
low-carb,
carbon neutral,
and many more.
A carefully curated natural market for the health-minded, diet-conscious, earth-friendly, and everyone in between. Look for the Huckleberries Purple at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Next DT, we're with Oscar winner Nicolas Cage talking his new Dracula movie and Moonstruck memories.
I did get slapped a few times.
No, you did not.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Plus, our Donnie Wahlberg exclusive untold stories from the set of The Sixth Sense.
He just had my back, just kept hugging me and saying, you did so good.
Then, celebrity chef Mario Carbone takes us inside his celebrity hotspot.
Mama gotta eat.
Next DT.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
I'm sure you've seen this while scrolling. Today, it's National Pet Day. We want to take a second to celebrate some of the furry friends that sometimes are allowed in the newsroom. So let's begin.
Don't give anyone away.
Oh my goodness. Here's Rory. This is my dog who right here is looking so fluffy and glorious. He's about to get groomed again tomorrow, so I'll have to update his profile pic after that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We also have Indy. That's Lily.
That's Lily. You know, my dogs get a lot of airtime. This is my cat. Actually, my son's cat, who is about 1,000 years old and is wearing a vest because she needed a line cut because she was very matted, and she likes her vest. She does not like me.
I've never met a cat who I've been able to successfully put any article of clothing on.
Oh,
so,
yeah, no.
Way to go, Lily.
She likes her vest. She really does.
Now here's Indy. Yeah, that's the throne Indy is sitting on.
Oh.
What is that?
Looks like a coffee maker.
Oh, it is the coffee mouse.
I can relate to Indy. That's where I like to sit.
This is our 5 o'clock producer Ursula's cat, and it's right on time. It knows where to go to get the good stuff.
That's a cute cat, tortoise shell.
Yeah, Indy knocked over the coffee maker in protest for not getting her wet food soon enough, so she knows how to get results. Knows how to get results.
I'm the one who got dogs banned from the studio, by the way. Actually, Sugar. Some very poorly timed barking.
Extenuating. If you see us out in public, ask us about that story.
Gosh,
we can't tell you over air.
That's a fresh wound. 4 things to know if your dog is outside in the backyard right now. Keep an eye to the sky. We have some showers approaching the Spokane area. Chilly on Wednesday morning. Partly sunny skies throughout the day, and then warmer weather for the weekend. It's going to be a quick warm up. We have this well-advertised atmospheric river with the potential for flooding. The record books, however, only measured 0.15 of an inch of rain since midnight at Spokane International Airport. We're running below average year to date. However, we did get some heavy rain over the past 24 hours. Here's a look actually at our 48-hour rainfall around the region and in the exact spots where we had our flood watch. That is where we had the heavier rain. Some of these spots where you're seeing the yellow and darker orange, those were 2.5 inches of rain over 48 hours. And we did have some minor flooding. Luckily, the problems were very short-lived. Meanwhile, right around the Spokane area, some of the lesser amounts, and that holds true as we head down in the Palouse as well. That atmospheric river just never really produced much precipitation on this side of the state. It was mostly in the Cascades and points to the west, as is frequently the case. Forecast radar starting off at our current time. The last of some showers will be coming to an end across the region. Here as the sun sets and we lose our daytime heating. Dry conditions to start the day on Wednesday. Also clear conditions, and that is going to allow temperatures to drop down into the 20s and lower 30s, most locations below freezing. Tomorrow afternoon, here's 2 o'clock. The instability of the day. We may see a few hit and miss showers developing over the mountain areas. We should stay dry around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but anytime you get that convection in the afternoon, there's always a possibility for a rogue shower or two. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 20s and lower 30s, as I mentioned. High temperatures tomorrow running between 5 and 10 degrees below average. 49 in Spokane, only 47 in St. Mary's, Coeur d'Alene, and Sandpoint, and 45 in Pullman. Then the warming trend. We're into the lower 50s for Thursday and Friday, not quite up to average. Then Saturday, close to 60 degrees. Sunday, a high of 65. But then we're going to bring in some rain late in the day and cooler weather ahead for next week, and potentially wetter weather as well. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. New at 6:30, investors and regulators are on high alert for signs of financial instability following recent bank failures.
Well, now they're focusing on the $20 trillion downturn in the commercial real estate market. CNN's Gloria Pazmino explains.
The COVID-19 pandemic brought a major change to how many businesses operate.
For so many people, not going to the office as much as they have before has had a really seismic impact on commercial real estate.
And a potential problem for America's banks.
There's no question that there is some risk in the system associated with these changes simply because so much has changed.
Across the U.S., offices sit vacant or underused. Average occupancy is less than half of where it was in March of 2020, according to data from security provider Castle. And that is dragging down the value of these properties.
The real question is for the owners of these properties, whether they are experiencing financial distress or will in the future.
The problem, banks lend significant money to this sector. Goldman Sachs estimates that 55% of U.S. office loans sit on banks' balance sheets. The decrease in values puts more strain on already stressed out banks.
We're well aware of the concentrations people have in commercial real estate.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell remained confident when asked about the danger posed by commercial real estate last month.
The banking system is strong, it is sound, it is resilient, it's well capitalized.
I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
The color of lilac is often used for the region, a hue between red and blue, but we think it's the color of the huckleberry that is the most special to the Inland Northwest. Just look for the purple, now at Rosars.
Life, it doesn't stand still, and neither do you. And wherever you go, we're with you. We're Global Credit Union, formerly Alaska USA. For 75 years, enriching the lives of members and guiding them on their financial journeys, giving them the confidence to not just follow their dreams, but to chase them. The future? We're on it. Let's get there together. Global Credit Union. On we go.
Weeknights on MeTV. Watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
You can find MeTV on broadcast channels KXLY 4.2, Comcast 114, and Spectrum 9, 17, and 181.
It's spring decking season, which means the best time to get the best selection and savings before the summer rush hits. From the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go for the best ideas to make your backyard beautiful for summer. From a great selection of aluminum and iron rod railing to the best quality decking choices, Windsor Plywood is the one-stop shop to get it done.
Windsor Plywood.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get up to $1,200 back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
If it seems each Rosars is a little different and unique, it's because they are. Rooted in the Northwest since 1934.
And launching the first supermarket in the region.
We've grown organically.
With each neighborhood store, we added Scratch Bakery, Service Deli, Service Meat, local produce.
Then, we were the first in the Inland Northwest to offer an organic and natural market, Huckleberries.
And now we've brought Huckleberries and our experts to each neighborhood Rosars.
Like Lincoln Heights, 5 Mile, The Y, and more. It's our people that make the difference.
At your local neighborhood Rosars.
Along with Huckleberries, naturally the best. Just look for the purple.
Four News Now is brought to you by Chihuahua Casino.
And baseball is back here in the Inland Northwest. Welcome to sports. I'm Julian Minnesone, live at Avista Stadium for the Spokane Indians season opener and home opener tonight against the Eugene Emeralds. This game just got underway. We're just ending the first inning, going into the top of the second. Still no scores. These two teams are duking it out here the early part of the season. And look, fans have been waiting anxiously for some Spokane Indians baseball. Pretty good crowd tonight, despite some drizzle coming down. But look, over the weekend, the Indians were supposed to have their season opener against the Vancouver Canadians. However, those games were postponed due to weather and wet field conditions. Instead, the Indians are opening the season here at home tonight. And all eyes are on Indians starting pitcher Gabriel Hughes. He is the guy people are excited to see in this game. Hughes was Gonzaga's starting pitcher last season. He was their star pitcher in their rotation, and he was also the 10th pick in last year's MLB draft. Hughes is starting his pro career in the same place where his college career started, right here in Spokane. Some more baseball, this time to the MLB. The Seattle Mariners are going head-to-head against the Chicago Cubs at the historic Wrigley Field tonight. Right now, the Mariners trail 11-8 there in the 6th inning. Seattle is looking to avoid a third straight loss. The Mariners desperately need a win as they sit in 4th place in the American League West Division heading into tonight's game against the Cubs. Spring marks the beginning of baseball, but is also towards the end of spring football. Washington State football has just 4 more practices before the spring game. The Cougars are using this week to get ready for their final spring scrimmage on Saturday. The offense had the upper hand in the first scrimmage earlier this month, tallying for over 600 yards. So this time it's the defense looking to show what they can do in scrimmage number 2.
I feel like definitely compared to last year, we definitely won, have became definitely a lot closer. And then what I would say is here that wasn't as much here as last year is our aggression. The way we just come out and practice and just hit each other around is just so fun.
This is a week really that I want to see guys rise to the top. You know, this is where guys are going to rise, and because this is going to be a really last physical week. You know, we get in the spring game, you know, that clock's going to probably be a running clock, and how true is it going to be? So we'll wait and see.
And Washington State's annual Crimson and Gray spring game is scheduled for April 22nd in Pullman. Should be exciting there. Back here at Avista Stadium, this game is just in the top of the 2nd right now. Still no score between the Indians and the Eugene Emeralds. A lot of fun here on opening night for the Spokane Indians. We're going to have highlights of this one tonight on 4 News Now Nightside. But for now, reporting live at Avista Stadium, Julian Minensone, 4 News Now Sports. We'll be right back.